Hey guys, Sergeant Mushroom 92 here again. And today I'm going to be showcasing a replay of a match that I had on a stream on Tuesday night. Or was it Wednesday night? I think it was Wednesday night. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I'm driving out the Tiger 2H. That is to say it has the Henschel turret rather than the Porsche turret. The Tiger 2H is a fantastic vehicle, I absolutely love it. It's ridiculous armor on its frontal slope, pretty good frontal turret armor, and a gun that just destroys everything, as we'll see in this game. I got very lucky in this game, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend that it was all down to skill. But as we'll see through the game, a lot of the enemies, I guess, they potentially just weren't paying attention. Now bear in mind, this is a War Thunder replay, so although there will be tags over the enemy vehicles with their name and vehicle, I would not be able to see that in the actual game. Okay, so bear that in mind. So, coming up to our first victim, this T-32 that's behind that house. Now, I saw his gun barrel poking out, and fortunately for me, he pokes out the rest of the way. But shot right through his side and kill all his crew. Kill number 1. Now have a guess how many kills you think that I'll get to in this game. Maybe 5? Maybe 10? Vickers MBT, target number 2. I fire at him right as he fires at me. Fortunately, I pen, he doesn't. And that just falls down to the superior armor of this vehicle. Now, as a rule, a personal rule in War Thunder, I do not rely on armor whatsoever. I just pretend that in any vehicle, whether it has armor or not, that I don't have armor. Because if you start to rely on armor, you start to get overconfident, and the armor will let you down. That's not to say that the Tiger 2 doesn't have good armor, it does. But I don't rely on it. I'd rather not get shot if I could choose between getting shot and not getting shot. I noticed a suspicious smoke screen up there. Either somebody's vaping really hard, or there's a tank in there. There wasn't a tank in there, so it must have been someone vaping really hard. Tiger 2 105 dies behind me, so I have a quick look behind me there. Although it's not a direct threat to me. I decide to go down this little gap between the houses, because I feel that, well, we've got the cap secured. By the time I get over there, it'll be too late. And that's when a Wild McGaff 3 appears. Now I completely panic and I just fire a shot into him. I kill his driver and his loader. And I start panicking now because I'm trying to reverse back, but he just doesn't shoot at me for some reason. And I cannot understand why. Potentially he was AFK. I don't know. I sort of took a second, as you can see here, to just chill out. Just breathe for a second because I thought I was about to die there. So, back to it. I start looking for my next target. Now, as you can see, there are tanks within view, direct line of sight. That's why it's a brighter color, it's a direct line of sight. But obviously, like I said, I don't see those names. So I don't shoot at them. But maybe we'll kill them later. We'll see. So I start to move forwards. I see that tracer fire from the M46, but then a surprise Carnarvon appears. And he fires a shot into me. And he kills my commander, but nothing else. And I am so lucky. That's the first instance of real luck. I shoot him, and he dies. That's when I spot that M46. I fire on the brakes, reverse back, and take him out. That's us up to 5, so we've got an ace. The game's not over yet, so those of you that bet on 5 kills, sorry, you were mistaken. That's when I spot that Hori. He is on fire. I shoot him with the MG, double check he's dead. And it comes up with a hit marker, and so he's not, so I finish him off. Number 6. That's when I notice that the cap is being taken. 18. So, one thing that this tank is not good at is maneuvering. Another McGaff 3. Shot right through the side and killed it. This is the good thing about this particular match. I seem to get very lucky in that I don't tend to come across a lot of tanks from the front. I get a lot of them on the sides, and the American tanks, especially the later ones, lose their bow gunner. They're very easy to kill if you can kill everyone in. Managed to just in time get a shot off on that M46 just before he destroyed my cannon barrel. So I pull back behind the house into cover, start repairing. That's when I spot that FV 4005. It's a very scary tank with those massive Hesh rounds. And I just wish that I had the gun up and running, loaded, so I could kill him. But I don't, so I can. Then a wild T-34 appears on the other side of that house. And I do not know how, for the life of me, did not see me. He would have been easily able to destroy me. But I get the gun repaired, I start reloading, and I put a round straight through the house to kill him in one shot. Keep pulling back a little bit, just in case. There's that FV. I've got the gun loaded now and it's working, so I go to put a shot in him, and I take out most of his crew. Don't kill him though, it's a big turret, so it's quite difficult to kill everyone in the turret in a single shot, and he gets finished off by an ally. So, I start making my way towards the cap, because we need to take that back. There's no point in getting all these kills, all 9 that I'm on so far, if we don't win the game. So I start heading back to the cap. But, as you can see from the minimap, our allies are already there. And this thing's quite slow, so there'd be no point in trying to get over there. So I start turning towards the cap to interdict any enemy tanks that come to try to take the cap back. Yeah. At this point, the enemy team is pretty much done. There's not many of them left in tanks, as we can see from the panel here. Again, obviously I don't get this in the actual game. I can see who's still in the game and who's not. So I can see that a lot of them are dead. So I start moving into a position where I can start intercepting them and interdicting them as they come out of the cap. Got the M42. Kill the M42. Yeah, parry emergent here. The one-shot game is strong in this match. An M24. Get the gun on target. Kill an M44. M24, sorry. So yeah. Pretty good. That's when this FV 4202 appears. That's me up to 12 kills now. Now I didn't see him straight away. But I see him in just a second. As he takes a shot at my teammate. Or not. Mistake. Kind of fluff a shot there on that M19. Now I see the FV4. Now this is a bit silly. I go to take a shot at him and I leave my turret flat. The front face on the Tiger II has 185mm of armor. That's just flat armor. So the things like the FV4202, the Centurion Mark III, with their 20-pounder APDS shells, can cut right through that turret face. So that was quite foolish of me to do. And then he takes out my transmission. So I pop some smoke, as you can see, and start repairing. And that's pretty much all she wrote for this game. The next few minutes are just spent kind of containing the enemy within their spawn. Unfortunately, I don't get any more kills. So if anyone gets 12 kills, then congrats. You got it right. So that's a monster game. And like I say, you know, there may be a bit of skill in there, but largely down to luck, especially with that Carnarvon shot. I should have died there, and I didn't. So I'm pretty lucky for that. But anyway, let's hop back out to the garage. So overall, as I said, a pretty awesome game. Not the best game, I suppose, that anyone's ever put up. It was a bit of a steamroll. But for me to get 12 kills, that's pretty spectacular for me. Usually get about 2 or 3 kills per vehicle. Get 12 in one vehicle. It just goes to show that, well, firstly, I was pretty lucky, as I've said a few times. Also, it is just an amazing vehicle with amazing shells. So, yeah, I hope you like that. It's something a little bit different than what I usually put up. I have been playing a bit more War Thunder than World of Tanks recently. I've been getting a bit more. They're both fantastic games, don't get me wrong. Each one has their pros and cons, so don't think that I like one over the other. They're just both great games, and I enjoy playing them both. That being said, I will be streaming tonight at about 8 o'clock till roughly midnight, depending on how long I can last. So come check me out. The link to my Twitch channel will be in the description below. And if you did enjoy this, let me know. Give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Leave a comment. Leave any feedback. Ask any questions. I obviously, small channel, I don't get a lot of comments, so I read them all and I respond to them all. And I really appreciate any sort of comment. It's always nice to see. Other than that, as most people will say now, like and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate that. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.